What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back at you with more Danmachi. Now, today we're talking about Familia Royale Enemy number 2. Unfortunately, as of recording this, the event is not live, but it should be live by the time this goes live, or if not, pretty darn close. So, I want to talk to you about this event to help you kind of work your way around this mentally and try to build your appropriate team. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think I have a good team for this. I feel like I'm probably going to get more damage out of enemy number 1 for the next few days. So remember, it doesn't matter which one you fight, so long as you're getting your maximum score. So while enemy number 2 probably is going to yield better scores overall, you know, the jury's out as to whether you should be doing 1 or 2. Really just kind of do each one, test each one, and see which one gives you the higher score, because frankly, you're really looking for the highest score. You're not necessarily looking for, you know, the craziest run. So let's go ahead and get down into this. Now, we are now facing, once again, material units, so material killers are going to be most effective in this. They're going to do non-elemental physical attacks and thunder physical attacks. They're going to do HP regen and increase physical and magic resistance. So, with a decrease in single target damage as well, just kind of like the other ones. Though to be fair, single target damage, you should probably be using an AoE for this, really. I think single target really comes into their own when you're in down to 2 enemies, not 3. But, you know, there are exceptions to that rule. But the fact that there's HP regen means you're going to need to use somebody who at least reduces HP regen, or you're going to have to find a way around that. That's another reason why I say some of you guys listening to this are probably going to benefit most by continuing to run enemy number 1 to really get that highest score. So don't just give up on enemy number 1. See which one is yielding the better score for you. Because if you're getting, 13, 14 million on enemy 1, but you're only getting 10 million on enemy 2, you're not running enemy 1, you're really just cheating your Familia. It's that simple. Now, they also decrease strength and magic on your team and increase their own strength. So realistically, you're going to have your work cut out for you here. They have so many things that they do, unlike the previous one for enemy number 1. So they're going to debuff you and buff themselves, and it's just going to be a big uphill battle. Now, that said, this is not insurmountable by a long shot. Resistances. Thunder and Dark are up 20. Water and Light are up 30. So definitely those are out. Fire and Wind are both 0, and Earth resistance is down 40. So you could, in theory, use a Fire or Wind team. If you debuff the hell out of them, they'll be good. Earth really is your best bet here. And notice magic resist is up 30%. So a physical Earth team is going to do so much more than any magic team ever could. So make sure that you're using units that are appropriate for this fight. Earth, physical, should absolutely hold their own. If you have any material killers in that group, they're going to be fantastic. There's absolutely no reason to try to bring your team from fight number 1 into fight number 2, because they're just simply not going to hold their own. And I mean, they might do okay, but they're definitely not going to be, in the realm of damage that something like an Earth team would be. So, straight out of the gate, do bear that in mind. It says here, the opponent will use skills to decrease single target damage. Once again, you should be using AoEs anyway. Notable exceptions there, but most of the time, AoEs are going to be better. They are susceptible to Earth physical attacks, so be sure to build your party around these, as we talked about before. Use Thermae Princess Eyes to remove their regen and keep them from healing. So keeping them from healing is basically going to just let you kill them faster. Remember, you get points for as fast as technically you get a boost in your points, a percentage boost, for how fast you're able to kill these opponents. So the faster you kill them, the better you're going to be. Include Hazy Vixen. Words are hard. Include Hazy Vixen Haruhime in your party to get rid of their physical resistance buffs, and use her special attack to get rid of their strength buffs and strength debuffs on all allies. So in other words, you want to get rid of all that stuff. That is just bad, bad, bad news. It's going to decrease the amount of damage you're able to produce. It's going to really just hinder your ability to produce damage here. If you can work around it, you're going to be much better off, because once again, I feel like this one you're probably going to be end a little bit faster than the other one. So in this one, you're bound to get more points here if you have the team built for this. So by all means, if you have a good physical Earth team, you should be able to handle this pretty substantially. Says here, lastly, use Drake's Guard Will Winnie to buff your opponent's strength to increase your firepower. I think there's better strength buffs out there, and as I always say, a well-timed special attack is going to go so much further than any of that, especially if you can get, like, Haruhime's essay off. It doesn't say they remove buffs, so you should be good. Like, if you're able to get Haruhime's essay off early and give yourself a big physical attack advantage, that should do you something wonderful. There's no one for Earth that does, like, for Wind or Fire or any of those. They give a big 100% buff, I don't believe, unless I'm mistaken here, but I don't believe we got one of those. So an early Haruhime essay actually might be able to increase your strength substantially, but pay close attention to the units that you're using and what their existing buffs are, because there are situations where maybe their existing buffs are just more than enough to pull you through, and then you can just continue doing their essays rather than, because if, like, you have units that are doing 80-90% after an essay versus, I did a Haruhime essay and now they're doing 100%, it's actually better to get off their essay rather than Haru's essay. So you've really got to test and balance these teams out. A lot of this is just extreme trial and error. Now, you've got 99 chances to really beat this, and that's more than enough, frankly. So play around with your teams, build teams, try out teams, and you have 99 chances on either one, so you could test teams at different difficulties. If you're new at the game, don't be intimidated by the fact that, oh man, I have to run very hard. You can still run hard. Like, if your team's getting trounced at very hard, run hard. Get the most points you can for your Familia. Remember, this is all about accruing points for your Familia, not necessarily about vanity or how crazy your team build can be and all this stuff. You want to maximize the amount of points that you're acquiring in this event because, well, it should kind of go without saying, but simply put, it's going to make so much more sense to build your Familia up and then just sit there and kind of let them flounder. So that is pretty much enemy number 2. I don't have it's not live yet, so I don't have a run I can show you guys. We will be doing some work on this tonight on stream, so do definitely tune in for that at 10 p.m. It is 10 p.m. on the weekends, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So basically 12 hours from this goes live. But for now, this is going to be the video. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments section down below. Happy Familia Royale hunting, I guess, for lack of a better word. Good luck in all your runs. Let me know what you guys thought of the video in the comments section down below. Make sure you hit the little thumbs up button as always, and I'll be back at you guys with more Danmachi. Like I said, if not today, I got something lined up, hopefully that you guys will like. But if I'm not able to get that out, definitely check out the live stream coming in tonight, and then we'll work on the other stuff going forward. Catch y'all in the next one.